I'm going to start by talking about general admission tickets. That's the same stuff we've always done. This is nothing new. This has existed in my race pass for a number of years, but we'll start here and then move on to some of our reserved ticketing options shortly afterwards. So 2 ways to add online tickets if you're adding general admission tickets, either in season management or in the ticket management area. So I'll start in season management, go to season management, and then it's just a matter of finding the event that we're going to add tickets for. I created 2 tickets over Easter, or 2 dates. So we'll look at adding tickets to one of those dates. You can see when I'm editing an event, there's a big add tickets button. We mentioned that this was here on Tuesday. Now we're going to click on it and look at it. You can do one of 2 things. You can copy tickets from a previous event, which will copy over all of the same ticket types along with their pricing, or you can start from scratch. So I will do that so you can see what that process looks like. So name, it'll always default to the event name. You can change the name if you'd like. Availability dates and a pre-sale date. So if you're going to have it be cheaper for a period of time before it goes to the full price, you can do the pre-sale option. There is an option here for if the event is canceled, tickets will be, and then you can choose refunded or a rain check to the event of the same type. So that's an important distinction. It helps us with what we want to do with those refunds. Now, ticket refunds that come from us for a canceled event, we'll handle the refund. We'll send that refund out to all of your ticket buyers. There is an option for you to do individual refunds. And if you don't want to do those refunds on the event of a cancellation, there is an option for you to push those tickets to another event date, which will show you as well. There's an option here for reserve seating map. I'll tell you at this point, with the current interface the way it is, if you're doing a reserve seating map, leave that to us to do. It's new enough. We still need to flesh out some of the interface for that, where if you're doing some kind of reserve seating map, whether it's for seats or pit stalls or camping spots or whatever, we'll handle applying that to your various dates. So don't do that.
I just want to add that we did that as WISSOTA for the WISSOTA 100, being pit stalls, camping, what else? The actual tickets to the event. It was wonderful. They do a great job. Please try to do your reserve seating in there. If you have some, they will do a great job for you.
Yeah. And so, Callie, there's some things that we're going to talk about here that will make your ears perk up as well in terms of new features. So that's good.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. You also set your ticket types here. So your general, whatever tickets you want to sell, GA, kids GA, seniors, military, blah, blah, blah. Put in a number of available. If you want to sell an infinite number, if you don't ever want it to sell out of a ticket type, you just put -1 in there, and then it'll sell as many as you'll be able to sell. You can put a price, and if you're doing pre-sale tickets, a pre-sale price in here as well. So with any kind of ticket type that you want to do, to turn it on, you just put a number of available in there, all that kind of stuff. And then from there, you can add. Except for I won't be able to because I actually have to sell some kind of ticket. So I'll sell 1 million of the, it's a 0. Instead of -1, put 0 because it's different on the other interface. There we go. So I will sell 1 million of my GA tickets at $25. I'll sell 100 of my kids tickets at $10, and that's what I'll do for this particular event. So we'll add, and there we go. So what happens now if the event rains out? So I'll come to this event. I'll say, okay, instead of running as scheduled, it's going to be rained out. And I'll confirm. So this new button appears here. It says migrate tickets. And now I can click this and push my tickets to another event. So if I wanted to push it to the next date, what would I be? April 10. I actually have to put it, 04 10 2023. Am I getting my dates wrong? Is that what I'm doing here? Maybe I put it in for a different date. But you can see how that would work. So you would type in the event date that you want to put it in there for. There we go, perfect. Instead of 4/10, I'll click that date. That's what I'm going to push the tickets to. If you had any tickets that you had redeemed at the gate, you can click to unredeem those specific tickets, and then choose migrate to push those tickets to the other event that you want to push the tickets to. So if you don't want to refund them, if you want to rain check them to another date, you can go through that way. Otherwise, you can refund them as well. So that's one way to add tickets, and I'm going to unrain out this race. I wish that happened in real life. And And then I'll jump to ticket management, the second way to add tickets to an event. So I already added them to the April 9th event. So I'm going to add them to the April 10th event here. So I'll click to select an event. I'll choose by schedule, April 10th. I have a lot of, there we go. Add ticket. Process is exactly the same. Name, set your availability, set your pre-sale. If you add tickets this way, you have the option to add a gates open and races start time in here on your tickets. But otherwise, it's all the exact same. Refund or rain check. Add your ticket types, add your availability, add your prices, all of that stuff. Adding tickets in this interface is the same as doing it in season management outside of the gates open and races start option. And then at that point, your tickets are available. I will go in and edit one of my other tickets that already exists that I don't have. I'll do that one. And again, all this stuff, you can edit all of the same information. Your ticket name, your availabilities, gate, times, all that kind of stuff. You can also edit your ticket types. So if you want to add more ticket types, you can add more ticket types, whatever you want to do that way. There is a season pass option, which we'll get to. You can add it to a season pass list. This is going to change pretty dramatically. So I'm not going to actually, I hate that it's called season passes because that's not what it is, but I will get to what that event pass list is. And you can add coupons to your tickets as well on the screen, which coupons really are just images. You can add images to your screen, whether you want that to be a coupon to your concession stand or a local business or whatever, or you want to, have that be something else. Dakota?
Jackie just threw in the chat there asking if it's a default for the whole season. No, tickets are all handled on an event by event basis. So you should not run into an issue where you mistakenly just put your default settings or options in there and end up with the incorrect information for an event.
Now, remember, though, you can, when adding tickets in this view, copy a previous date. So if I wanted to do that, okay, 4/9 was the ticket date that I just added. I could copy 4/9 and next. So there's not a default, but you can copy. Which actually makes it pretty easy to add tickets for all your events at once if you're doing GA for everything. So all that kind of stuff is there. In effect, the way our tickets get handled is basically what happens is everybody buys tickets online. You at that point, the ticket money, it gets ACH'd to your bank account after the event date. So we send tickets off to your basically directly to your bank account. When somebody goes to buy a ticket, if your tickets are $10, the customer will pay $10, you'll receive all $10. We won't keep any cut of your ticket money. If your ticket's $10, you'll receive all $10. Customer will pay a $1.90 fee. That's what we get, $1.90 per ticket. And then there's a 3.5% to 4% service fee to the cart to pay the credit card bill. Basically, that's the credit card fee. So they'll pay, if your ticket's $10, they'll pay $1.90 plus 3 to 4%. So they ended up paying like $13 for a $10 ticket. And that's, all well and good. One thing I will tell you, if you've sold tickets with us in the past and you're going to continue to do that, it's never a bad idea to make sure that your ACH form is accurate. If we want a new ACH form to send to us, just to make sure we're sending the money to the right bank account, there's nothing wrong with sending a new ACH form just to make sure that nothing has changed in that regard and we're sending the money to the right spot.
Austin?
Yep.
How do we manage sales tax for those tickets? Do you have to add it into your $10 ticket, or how do we do that?
If sales tax is something that affects you, we don't do anything to calculate what your sales tax will be. Again, if you're selling a ticket for $10, we're going to send you $10. Whatever percentage you need to add on to your tickets to account for that, you can add on to your tickets to account for that. So like if your sales tax, you calculated it out that it's going to amount to, 75 cents of every ticket or whatever, then sell your ticket for $10.75.
Thank you.
Yep. When we do refunds, we refund the entire amount of the purchase. So whatever $1.90 fee, we don't keep that. Whatever 3% gets sent to MasterCard, we eat that cost. So if your customer for a $10 ticket paid like $13.12 for their ticket, they'll get all of that money back. We're not going to keep the funds out of that.
It's a 100% refund. So advertise to your fans too, if that's the case. Let them know it's a 100% refund if we get rained out.
Glenda, you're correct. It's not available for Canadian funds right now. Although I will tell you on the back end, on our end, there has been some significant advancements to getting closer to making that happen. So we will let you all know. But it is something that it's not just something. It's never been available before. But as like right now, I can tell you it's on our roadmap, and we have a path to making that happen. Just takes time with legal and stuff like that. So it's a lot closer than it ever has been. So in terms of doing the refunds or getting your funds, when you're looking at an event date, there's a get funds or full refunds box here that you can click on. It sends a code to whoever you put in the ACH form as the primary contact. So I'm going to send that code. And Chris, if you want to let Josh know that I sent the code and he doesn't have to worry about it.
Yep.
But you'll get a code, type the code in this box, type complete or refund. If you type complete, we'll send you the money. If we do refund, we'll refund out all of the customers, update the status, and we're good to go. Custom design tickets. Yes, we have done some custom design tickets in the past. It's a fairly rare circumstance that we do it, but we do have the service available. If you're interested in doing that, get a hold of Chris. He's kind of the guy that handles that with the printers and all that kind of stuff. Chris?
Two things with that. One thing I want to clarify is that the custom tickets that we're referring to aren't ones that are like I guess they could be scanned to an extent, but it's the same barcode on every single one of them. So they wouldn't be like for like one specific event to be used through our online ticketing system. We can do custom event tickets where a fan, you give the fan the ticket as they walk in or hand out, something like that. Also, you are able to customize the ticket stubs that the fans do print off here. Also, if you want to show them where to go to do that, to add in like a coupon or something like that on there.
Yeah. So when you're in the ticket lookup screen, there's buttons across the top. Ticket information. You can set your rain out policy, blah, 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 if you want that to say one thing or another. There's a thank you message that actually we customize if needed because it exists for everybody. But then there's a coupons option. And this is kind of what I was talking about before, those ticket coupons, stuff that you can put on there to kind of customize the look or feel of your tickets, whether it's an actual coupon or just some promotional material or an image of your track logo or whatever. You can put whatever you want on there. Chris?
Two things I always suggest to track promoters when I talk about this section is one of two things. One, use that to sell advertising space, or two, use it. Sometimes you might get feedback from fans for the $2 fee, whatever it might be. That's a chance to go ahead and put a coupon on there for your fans to say, hey, show this coupon or show this ticket stub at the concession stand and get a free drink or a free hot dog. That way they're getting something out of that $2 if you need to do that. So it's a great way to be creative there, make some money from sponsors and put an ad there, or go ahead and make your fans so they're getting something out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, Jackie, will call booth is a great idea. So typically what we'll do in that case is, well, obviously all of your ticket buyers will get sent their voucher via email or in the app. So they can bring their voucher that way. So if you want to have a quote unquote will call window, you can, let's see. So you're trying to do the will call window to avoid fees, to avoid the online buying fees. Is that the reason for your will call window? Otherwise, you can just have a list of your ticket buyers and cross off the name at that quote unquote will call window as they come through to avoid scanning. Some people just don't want to print. Yeah, if they don't want to print, tickets on their app, tickets get delivered via email. They have the option to just show you their phone if they don't want to print.
The way that will call list there, Jackie, the way it works is essentially it updates automatically with every ticket sold to that event. And it will show like Austin, if you bought like 5 tickets, it will show Austin's name 5 different times on there. And it's all alphabetical, I believe, Austin. I haven't seen the will call list in a while. I believe it's all alphabetical. Yeah. But then also, your customers can put on there, like if Austin bought a ticket for him and 4 buddies, he could put the 4 buddies' names on those tickets as well too. And they will show up that way at the will call list.
Yep. So when you click on an event date, there's a sold tickets button here. And there we go. I actually found one that we did sold tickets for. Perfect. So there's a sold tickets view here. A couple of reports that you can run at the bottom of the screen. First, the tickets report. It just shows you the ticket types and the person who purchased those tickets, as well as some totals information there. So that can be valuable. There's also a box office report, which is tickets sold out of our point of sale system that I'll show you, and then a customer report. And this customer report is typically what I would have folks print as a will call list, if that makes sense. And in terms of a time limit, that is completely up to you. You can set the availability date. So if you want your pre-sale tickets to last through the entire length of your event day, great. If you want your online tickets to be cut off at noon event day, great. I mean, you can set those availabilities so you can kind of do what you want in terms of time limits there. There we go. So when I went and I clicked on the event and went to the sold tickets view, that also brought me to the customers tab. Customers tab, again, you're just typing in the date on the ticket that you want to look at. And then you're pulling up that same customer report information there. Analytics then is the next tab. This has existed for a little while. I'm going to go way back in time here. But it gives you a lot of good demographic, heat map, those types of things, some information about your ticket buyers that you can do for any custom date range or quick searches for the last month or the last year or whatever. So it gives you heat map information for where your buyers are, tickets sold, unique customers, all that kind of stuff. It gives you, based on zip code, municipality information here. So, most of our tickets are obviously bought from Lincoln because we're just testing stuff. But all that kind of stuff exists in here. This kind of, to me, screams, where should I advertise, right? Where should I do my newspaper ads, my radio ads, stuff like that? Distance information, again, how far away are my online ticket buyers coming in comparison to my local ticket buyers? Purchase dates, how far in advance are they buying, purchase prices, ticket types, all that kind of stuff. We have gender and age demographic in here as well. So what kind of fans are purchasing your tickets online? There's a graph for tickets sold by events, so you can see which event dates are doing the best. And then you can actually view all of the same information. What's the most recent event that actually has purchases? 123. You can actually view information on this on an analytics on an event-specific basis. And you can view the ticket holders on an event-specific basis as well. Also, you can print a report down here of all of your ticket buyers for the entire length of time that you have selected. So the event-specific analytics can be valuable because you can see the ticket holders from a specific type of event. So if you're looking at, you're having a monster truck thing or whatever, you're having folks that buy tickets online differently than your regular race nights. Now you can start to get a list of email addresses for those people who bought tickets online to that type of event. So the next time you run that type of event, if you want to, you can put those email addresses into a MailChimp or a Constant Contact or something like that and communicate with those ticket buyers that you're having an event of the same type. Tickets are on sale. Help yourself in a marketing perspective that way. So this analytics screen can be valuable for those reasons. Chris?
Yeah, we can't really state how valuable this is to help grow your guys' fan base right here. This is going to be a very big tool, and I'm working with our team to go ahead and look at other ways to filter things here. One way I want to do this for you guys is like if you guys have a major event and you ran ads on a weekend to a radio station, we're going to be able to have you be okay, how many tickets did I sell on this date and this date? Okay, my ads worked. So we're going to have that coming up here soon. But this here is extremely valuable, and I would say just spend like 20 minutes a week, looking at, okay, where are my customers coming from? Where are my fans coming from? I get to know who they are. This is valuable, but as well as, Austin, if you want to show them where the emails list is, that is huge.
Yeah.
For all.
So our email list show like personal information. So again, if you click on the drop down next to any of the events, there's a ticket holders option, which will show that email list.
Yes. And you can export those into MailChimp, Constant Contact. And that's how you go after your fans, say, newsletters, anything like that at all. And I'm not mistaken, MailChimp, I believe, is free if you have less than 2,500 emails in a group there. And if it's, if you have more than that, it's not very expensive. So it's a great way to see who's attended your events, let them know what's coming up in the future, and just send out a bi-weekly newsletter saying, hey, don't forget to check us out again or something like that. It's a huge deal. You can also sell sponsorships to newsletters as well too, guys.
So I'll move ahead here. The pass lists and ticket maps have to do with our reserve ticketing platform. So we've talked all about general admission stuff so far. I want to get into some reserve seating maps. Callie mentioned reserve seating happened for WISSOTA 100 for camping spots and pit stalls. The top few rows of the grandstand, those pickup truck tailgating spots around long turns 1 and 2, all that kind of stuff. So I just want to show you some examples of some ticket maps that we built, just so you can kind of see the way it looks and feels for a customer when they go to buy a ticket. So I'm going to start with a pit stall map that we just recently did that's live. And this is the live map, like you can see it today. So if you search Arrowhead Speedway, you can see their pit stall list for their May 7 event. So that, we sold pit stalls like this. This is the way we made it look for that particular event. You can see the touch and the feel and all of that kind of stuff. I'll go to your favorite track because we have some demo maps up where you can kind of see what a grandstand would look like for this. So get tickets December 29. I'm going to gloss over that ticket package here for the time being. You'd be able to select a section, purchase reserve tickets that way. So you can see what those types of things kind of look like, all of that kind of stuff. And so, we can build those maps for you. You give me the information about what you want in the map, whether it be grandstand or pit stall or camp spots or whatever, GA or reserved, we can make those types of things happen. So one thing I want to mention here, this is brand new. This is one of those, in production, we're beta testing it as a feature right now. So if this is something that applies for you guys, let me know because we want to test this. A ticket package. This is also the thing, Callie, that I think you're going to be most excited about for WISSOTA 100. We can do ticket packages now for our reserved maps, which means that if you have a 2-day or 3-day or 4-day or whatever type of event, we can now sell a 3-day or 4-day or 5-day ticket package in addition to those individual event dates. So I can click on Get Ticket Package. It tells me which events are a part of that ticket package. You can have as many as you want. I can press Get Tickets. I can click on the seats that I want to buy for that and next. And now I've got seats in here for night 1, 2, and 3 in a 3-day package in my cart. So ticket packages, cool and fun, and we're excited about them. I'm excited about them. I think this is just another avenue for you guys to make more money on buying tickets in advance. So that's one of the things that we're excited about. So when you build a map, I'm going to jump ahead to the pass list now. When you build a map, now I can create a pass list, which will, in effect, block off those specific seats that you don't want to be available to the public. So if you're, reserving spots for family or for workers or for, sponsors or whatever, you can have an entire map out there. You can tell the program what spots do you want to block off to not be able to purchase. And you can use that to make sure that those seats don't get purchased. There's a different functionality in there with codes as well that I'm not going to go into a whole bunch. But if you want to make sure that seats are blocked off, but you want to have that code out there to send to somebody to be able to buy one of the blocked off seats, send them the reservation code. They'll type in the code. It'll add that seat to their cart, if that makes sense. But yeah, all of those things exist in here.
I used that for the WISSOTA 100. If I had a pit stall that I was selling and a couple guys wanted to get together to buy each other, I would hold that and then send that out when they had it all figured out, and then they could go in and buy exactly what they wanted.
Yeah. Yes. So like this was the pass list for WISSOTA 100. I mean, like she used it heavily. It worked well. It did what it needed to do. All of those types of things. Actually, I could probably show the actual map for WISSOTA 100 as well. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
You can. We worked hard on that map.
We did. Yes. Yes, we did. So if we can get a super old map to load in our demo environment, there we go. So yeah, this was the WISSOTA 100 map. So like we were selling camp spots, pit stalls, tickets and tailgating spots, all of those types of things for, that was just the GA section. What sections do we have as reserved? Do you remember?
C, D, and E.
There we go. Yeah. All those types of things. So you could buy all those. And it worked really well. So yeah, you can do all of those things in the Ticket Pass list. And then Ticket Maps is just a link to the maps that exist where you can get previews of all of your maps. I would strongly encourage you to not edit these maps. Let us edit the maps, but you can preview all of them in that screen. A couple of other things. We are in beta testing mode for legitimate, actual, real season passes that would work with general admission or reserve tickets. So if you're interested in season-long passes through My Race Pass, we're really close to having that done. And I think we're probably at a point where we could beta test that with somebody if we wanted to. And then also what we're calling a punch card, which again, at My Race Pass, we're great with the thing, and we're maybe not the best at like naming the thing. It's not actually a punch card, but it's a barcode that we can scan multiple times, if that makes sense. So a season pass is one barcode that somebody would buy, and it can be scanned once for every event, if that makes sense. So I buy my season pass, and you can dictate which events are part of the season pass and which aren't if you want to exclude some, but it would be scanned one time for every eligible race. A punch card would be a barcode that can be scanned a number of times for a number of events. So if you want to put like 3 events as part of a punch card and you want to put like 50 scans on that barcode, now you can send that out to a marketing partner or a group of fans or whatever. And that barcode could be scanned up to 50 times at any of those individual events that you selected or that are eligible for it. So that's kind of an exciting new feature also. And, you know, we're excited to see how people could use that. But those are really close to being up and ready to go via whether it's via reserved seating or general admission seating. The barcodes for the punch card, which great thing, maybe not the best name, and the season pass. The last thing regarding our reserve tickets that I'll show you is the at the gate point of sale system that we have. It's really simple. There's really not a lot to it. Basically, you're just dictating which events people can buy tickets for. So if I go to current event, it'll just bring me to the next event chronologically on my schedule. I only have general admission of seats added to that. So you could purchase tickets that way. But I want to show this in a reserve map. So I go to all tickets. I'm going to select an event that I know has a reserve map on it. And now at the gate, you can sell both reserved or general admission tickets through this point of sale system to more, efficiently track which, which fans are coming or all those types of things. So it works pretty easy. It's just like buying a ticket online. We'll click on a section. This person came to the window and wants to sit in the top row right next to the press box. I add those 3 seats and next. None of our online cart fees are applied, right? All of that kind of stuff. There will be some kind of fee for our point of sale system for the individual tickets. We're leaning towards 10 cents a ticket for our box office system. But that isn't set in stone yet, and it's not turned on yet by any means. Put in the seat, Chris.
Well, to add to that too, when that does happen, I want to reiterate, nothing will be charged as upfront on that. The way it will work essentially is there'll be like a thing on the back end of the system that says, this was box office seat, and then that will be deducted out of that sale essentially when we send the money to you guys. So you're not going to be charged like upfront when you go make that sale on the POS system there.
Yep.
We use the POS system at the 100, and it is very easy. It's very user friendly, guys. Think about it.
Yeah, there's a place for you to go in and put in an email address and a zip code for the customer. That way you have their email for marketing purposes and a zip code for tracking on where you want to go. Yeah.
So customer email in here. It's optional. So if you don't want to take the time, you don't have to, but you absolutely can. Same thing with zip code. Tell the program how you received the payment. We'll say they paid in cash and complete order. At this point, it brings up a print preview screen automatically. We've got a Dymo label writer printer that we recommend for this. We've got printer paper that we recommend for this. Print it off, boom, good to go. And then rip it off, hand it to the customer. They go back to wherever you scan tickets in, and we're good there. So I'll cancel that. Past orders is the next screen here. Past orders, we always like to say that there's probably going to be people who are going to cause you problems at the gate. They're going to say, I purchased tickets online, but I don't have the blah, blah, blah. Or I don't, I lost the vouchers, or it's not showing, or whatever. Or It's not scanning for me. I don't know why. So you can come to this past order screen. You can search for them by last name, and search. And now you can view the tickets that they purchased. So view, and Zach bought these tickets to this event on 4/9/2020. Interestingly, exactly 3 years ago from the event that we're doing now. So then you can reprint those tickets, all of that kind of stuff. Or, you know, if you bought the tickets for the wrong event, you'd say, all right, yeah, you bought the tickets for the wrong event, brother. Sorry, go to the front gate, buy the tickets for this event, and then you can come back with these to the next, or whatever. You can do whatever you want there. All that kind of stuff is there. And that past order screen. So I kind of call it the problem child screen, right? Somebody messed something up. We want to, you know, make sure that we know what's going on. There's also a redeem window in here. So it'll let you redeem for events within 7 days, basically. So I can go in here. The barcode always stays lit up. There is a scanner that we recommend to buy. It's a USB scanner. You can also scan tickets in the app. You can also have a Bluetooth scanner connected to the machine or your app, whichever one, all works the same way. You can scan tickets from there. Jackie, can we run this on an iPad? I have no idea. I've never tried that. I also will test that and get back to you. I've only ever run it on a laptop, so maybe.
The one thing to think about there, Austin, is can we hook up a printer to an iPad? Is there an adapted cable there possibly? I don't know.
iPads have USB cords. My Dymo printer has, it's all, you just connected via USB. So as long as you got power, yeah. As long as there's a USB port and power where you're at, then I don't know. I like from a functionality perspective, in terms of the USB ports, there's no issue. From an interface perspective, I just don't know what it looks like on the interface, so I'd have to test it. And I will do that. But that's basically the point of sale system. From buying to redeeming, we did not use the redeem function much at WISSOTA 100, but I'd sure like to do that for both pre-sold and point of sale system this year. Just because it makes it really simple to know who showed up, how many people bought tickets and then didn't show up, you know, those types of things. You want to track those pieces of data. So all that kind of stuff exists. So that was a lot on tickets. A lot on tickets. There's website stuff that I want to look at here too as a part of the training. But before we do that, I will field any other questions on tickets at any point. So, I mean, if anybody has anything on tickets, feel free to ask away here. I'll allow you the time. Chris, can you make note to reach out to Heather McDonald from Devil's Lake regarding the testing?
You got it. Happy to do that for you, Heather.
Cool. All right. So then websites. I didn't know until recently, but our demo profile actually has its own demo website as well. So we'll use that as our example to show you a few of the website options that we've got. First off, if you've got a website through us, it's very easy to update your schedule results and your points. Because you're using season management and to build your schedule's going to update, automatically on the website. Because you're using race management to calculate your lineups and results, your results tab will be done automatically. Same thing with points. Because you're using My Race Pass to calculate your points, you'll never have to update the points tab of your website. So the 3 of the 4 most high trafficked areas of a website, schedule, results, and points, you will never have to update individually on the website because you're using My Race Pass for race management. Other than that, home tab here exists, and the home tab is largely just a snapshot of everything else in the program. So if you've got tickets available, the buy tickets button will exist. If you've got a registration out there, the driver registration button will exist. Your latest news articles will show there. We'll have plug in for your Facebook page. Latest photos will always show up. Same with videos, all those types of things. Snapshots from other elements of the page that you don't update on the home page, but it still exists. So again, we talked about schedule results. That'll be updated automatically because you're using race management. Talked about points, updated automatically because you're using race management. I just want to take this moment to recognize that I'm leading the points in our fake race. So appreciate that.
That's how you know it's not real.
Yeah, that's how you know it's not real. Yeah. So we'll jump into fan info, driver info, and about. All of these are going to be very similar. We call them super pages, which basically means they're a custom built page. So as I go to like the camping section of fan info, we've got a lot of text in here. On the back end, in race management, there is a web management area where all of this stuff lives. Under more is where you'll find the super pages. So what did I do? Fan info and camping. Fan info and camping. There's the content. There's how it looks on the front end of the website. So you can do whatever you want with these pages. There's a lot of elements you can add, from a section heading to, that's what, this kind of stuff. Section heading, simple paragraph, down here, simple paragraph. A file download for, individual PDFs. There's a media item if you want to add pictures, those types of things. You can add all of those types of things here in this screen. I'm going to skip ahead then. And all of this stuff is the same, from our ticket information everywhere. It's all those super pages. Jump ahead to driver info and rules. We've got a PDF in here. So I just want to show you what that looks like. So I go to more, go to driver info. Now it's under miscellaneous rules. Got a PDF in here. If I want to, I can remove it. I can look at all of the available PDFs that I have. I can upload a new PDF. I can do all of those types of things to continue to utilize a PDF download on a rules or a payout or whatever, all of those types of things. My about page is the same. The only thing that's different on it, I got two things here. One, I'll look at the sponsors page first. We want you to have a sponsors page. You want your marketing partners to be recognized on your website. If you have a website, you want that to be done efficiently in a way that gives you data. We have this. So send us the logo that lives behind each sponsor, or send us the logo for each sponsor. Send us the link that lives behind each sponsor. And then we have Google Analytics that we can turn on for these so that you can get analytic information to show your sponsors how many times that page has been viewed, so how many times somebody's seen their logo, and then how many times it's been clicked on also. So you can start to send them information like, here is the impressions that you're getting online by having a logo on your website. This way you should continue to sponsor us. These are people that are going directly to your front porch. Doesn't mean they're going to sell you anything, right? That's not up to you. Your job is just to get them to the front porch. Then it's up to your marketing partner to sell them whatever they want to sell them. But this is how many people you're getting to their door. And it's valuable information that you can give a marketing partner, because most advertisers can't, right? You can buy a radio ad and the radio can say, this is how many people are listening to our radio station on average in an hour, but it can't tell you this is how many people go to your website after listening to your ad. This, we can tell your sponsors that information, which can be nice. Next thing in here is your contact page. Contact page, I look at it like a newspaper, right? There's above the fold and below the fold. So there's a general contact area and then the form information. So as I come back to the admin side under contact, there's a general contact area above the fold, right? Above the fold, this is name, phone number, address, email address, all of the things that you want those folks to see there. Typically, I'll recommend to not put an email address here because you have the form, so people can email you out of the form. And two, if a web crawler gets a hold of that email address there that's listed publicly, it could start sending you junk. That's a pain in the neck. You don't want that. So you can definitely do it if you want to, but I wouldn't. And then below the fold stuff, right? The form subjects. So they can fill out the form, name, email, phone number, message. And this is how you can dictate who gets those emails, right? So if they put in there in the subject line, general inquiries or merchandise, those are the options that I've got. I can add a new email address, the name, the email address. I can then select that email address. I'll select both of mine, and I'll say anybody who goes for general information and add. Now for general information, austin.lloyd@myracepass.com or a-lloyd@live.com. Either one of those will get that email that I put in there for general information. Merchandise exists there. I guess I did that doubled up because I had general inquiries the first time. But that's how you can dictate who gets those emails and add a new email address to it for the contact page. The other thing you can do in this contact page is you can view the messages that have been sent. So yes, they'll get that email, but also it'll send an email to it'll send that message to this screen so you can view all of the messages regardless of what subject they pick. There's also a staff members page. Very few people take advantage of the staff members page. but it is a thing. I'll show you an example. Lucas Oil Late Models they have a staff members page where you can view information for every staff member that they have on their team. Most people don't want their photos on the internet like that, so a lot of people don't do it, but it is an option that you have available there.
WISSOTA just uploaded all new staff and board pictures. So
No way. I didn't know that.
we did.
We're gonna embarrass you guys now. Here we go.
Yeah, we did. Oh,
It's
sure.
true. It's true. There they all are.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
There we go.
Now you can look at the board
Yep.
because you
Yeah.
can't just do us.
So there we go. It
Go
exists.
to the contact and look at the board.
Oh, board members exist here as
Board
well.
members. Yeah.
So if you're dissatisfied with WISSOTA in any way, get a hold of these people.
Yes, please contact those people first.
Perfect. Media is the next option here. There's news, photos, and videos under our media tab. I typically recommend to have news be its own tab, but I'll show you news here quickly. When you go to the news management page in My Race Pass, a couple of different ways to handle these things. First, if someone else has written a news article about you, it'll pop up here in front of you. You won't be able to ignore it. It'll be a news article about you, and you'll have the option to either A, add it to your website, or B, dismiss it so it's not added to your website. So if I'm your favorite series and I write a news article and I tag your favorite track, when I log in as your favorite track, I'll get that pop up. Works the other way too. If I'm a racetrack and I tag drivers or series or whoever else in a news article, they'll then have the option to add those to their website, app profile, all of that stuff. If they have not claimed their profile, it'll be added automatically. Adding a new news article, simple, add news, heading, date, body, and an article credit if you want. I can put it in an official press writer or whatever for an article credit. Body exists here. I come from a world of working in education before this. I've had 1,000 students, 1,000,000 students call me and say, hey, I was working on my article and then my internet went out and I lost what I was working on. Don't be that person. Please don't be that person. Write your news article in Word, copy and paste it here. So if you lose internet, you don't lose your progress. Be better than high schoolers, please. You can also add media, which just what it sounds like. You create a news article, you add a picture to that news article, whether it already exists on your website or not. Tag it as we described, however you want it to be tagged, and then you can preview and then add your news to your website. So again, go to the news page, all news shows up is here, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's basically it for news. Oh, the other thing, if anybody has favorited your racetrack in the My Race Pass app, they'll get a push notification on their device when you publish that news article. Chris?
To add on to that too, the push notification, you have to do it all at once. So like if you save it for later and then publish it, that notification won't go out. So you have to do it right in real time, essentially. But we do have some ways to modify text. And Austin, if I missed this, I apologize. But we do have what's called a markdown syntax as well. It's kind of a cheat sheet to you can add bullet points, you can hyperlink things, all of that in there. If you go to mrphelp.com and just search markdown, it's all right there for you.
Or you can do it in Word and copy and paste the formatting.
You could.
Which is what I would recommend heavily.
I don't know when you do that. I never tried it before, Austin. I'm not sure if you have it formatted a certain way in Word, you hyper and paste it over. It does paste that's formatted. Okay.
Yeah. So from there, photos and videos are the last thing that I'll show you here. So there's media option for photos and videos. So we'll go through photos here first. All pretty straightforward stuff. The first page you come to is your galleries. So you can house your photos in multiple galleries. So as I come to photos here, you'll kind of see I've got a number of galleries, the helmets, the 2020, the whatever else. To do all that stuff, as I click into any of my galleries, I can then do a couple of things here. One, I can add more photos, or I can select the photos that I've already added. So if I add more, it's just a local upload from your machine. Upload new. You can tag it the same way you tag news articles, select the file to upload or drag and drop it there, and you're good. When you go to add, you can also add or remove to different galleries, or there's a miscellaneous option, which means that miscellaneous means it does not show on the front end of the website, but it's housed in our file holder here for use in future news articles. So you can do that as well. Otherwise, you can select a photo that already exists or multiple and add to a different gallery or remove from this gallery. You can also reorder the photos. So if I want green to come before blue, I can do that. Or I can add captions to my photos. I strongly recommend that you caption your photos for the ADA screen reader tools for visually impaired folks. I strongly recommend that you add captions for that reason. But otherwise, that's all there really is to it for photos. Add or remove galleries the same way, turn them off, turn them on, all those kinds of things. And then, of course, your miscellaneous stuff lives down here. If you click into your miscellaneous stuff, you can add it to a regular gallery if you'd like. You'll see that video management is exactly the same in terms of the interface, exactly the same in terms of functionality. There's only one difference, and that's when you go to upload a new video, instead of it being a local upload, it'll be a link from YouTube or Vimeo or something like that. So keep that in mind for those types of things. And then there's a store tab up here as well. If you're planning on utilizing our store tab for your own inventory, we handle that on a case-by-case basis. So get a hold of us if you want to do something like that, and we can help set it up for you in the way that works best for you. So a couple of things here. Show how to shuffle the class for running order and the class order, okay? Fairly simple. In-season management, I can come to settings. I can come to manage classes. The same screen that we showed you where you can rename classes, you can reorder them here too. So drag and drop up and down, and it will reorder the class list that shows in the app, the order that the classes, stuff like that. Chromebooks have bad Wi-Fi cards. Yes, do not. Chromebooks have bad Wi-Fi cards. That's a thing.
And you can't download anything on a Chromebook either.
Yeah. Most applications you have to have a Windows based machine. And then from Cameron, what are the 4 reward programs through My Race Pass to save your track money? Is the trivia question.
I would like you to show them how to look at that on here.
To look at
To go find it on the My Race Pass website.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So when I go to,
and then they're going to answer the question themselves.
Oh, good luck, everybody.
Yeah.
So when I go to your favorite track, and I've got, click on a date. We're doing, I don't know, this date is, well, this date is fine. It's got the classes in the order of wing sprint cars, stock cars, and modifieds. Well, because in this screen, wing sprint cars is above stock cars, that is above modifieds. If I were to edit that order and move the stock cars on top, it would then, on this screen, and it may take like 30 minutes before it updates. Yeah, there's a server cache for everything that we do. So it'll take 25 to 30 minutes to update, but then this class list would be shifted around as well. So you can reorder the classes that way in the order that they show in the public profile, on the app, in entries and lineups and results, all those types of things. It would get all changed around that way. And so that's kind of the way that would look, or how that would work. But as a sprint car guy, I can tell you in no world should stock car live above. Say that.
Or late models.
Yeah.
Come on.
Late models above all.
Yeah. So that's what I had planned to show you. All that kind of stuff, website stuff, whatever else. A lot of different options in My Race Pass. A lot of different things. Even on our 3 days of webinars, we probably didn't get to everything that we do. But we got to a lot, and that's good. So if you have any questions, support at myracepass.com, please, and we will answer them.
Austin,
Yep.
Go on the My Race Pass site, go to the page that shows the rewards.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yep.
Products and services.
Yep. So,
and then you click on rewards, as you can see.
Yep. And so that will be updated under our profile tab. Right now, these are the old rewards buckets in here. They will be updated to the new ones here in the next couple weeks. But otherwise, it's on the public website right now under the rewards bucket. You can see it all there.
And this right here is how you help your promoters to save money on My Race Pass. They aren't watching it. You guys are. So as you can see, $500 in rewards. It will help your promoter to be able to know this stuff. This is the answer to your question today. All 4.
Yep. I gotta get going here, Austin, real fast here. The fantasy racing, I know, has been around for us for a while now, but I want to reiterate how important that is as far as a new marketing a sales piece for promoters here. We have some racetracks down south that are working on a deal for a $20,000 title sponsorship for their fantasy league for the year, and that's 100% profit to the track. We don't take, if you guys want to name your fantasy racing league the John's Body Shop Fantasy Challenge at XYZ Raceway, we don't take any of that money. It's you guys 100%. It's also a gold mine for those marketing partners because they have a chance to get their products in their fans' hands, and it's going to be a great experience. Fans love playing fantasy racing. It's not going to be a negative downside. They're going to love it. They're going to play with it. They're going to be excited about it. It's a very, very valuable tool, and a lot of fans play it. I mean, Callie, you had the WISSOTA National one going 2 years ago. We had tons of players on that.
Yep. If any of you have personally not yet played fantasy, please do. See what it's like.
Yep. So just think of title sponsorships and those outside the box ideas, essentially.
Yep. Cool. So again, please email Callie the proof of attendance. Please, if you have questions for My Race Pass, feel free to reach out to us via email, support@myracepass.com. As many of us are in these webinars, it might take a little longer than what you're used to for us to get back to you, but we will get back to you usually same days, probably next day this time of year. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody taking the time sitting in on this. We'll talk to you. Well, that'd probably be it, unless you turn into tonight's session to hear all the same stuff. Yeah, please reach out if you have questions.
This being the last one,